So hello everybody, it's me Baldy. A lot has happened in episode 1 season 6 of Game of Thrones, which was dark and full of terrors. We got to see Jon again, we got to see Ramsay in his most beautiful colors, Cercei taking the bad news about Myrcella at King's Landing, huge Dorne plot twist, the lovely Tyrion and Varys combo trying to figure out how to handle the situation in Meereen. We got to see Daario and Jorah both searching for the woman they love, the same woman, Daenerys. Hope that ends well. And more Arya bullying and more Melisandre nudes, so stay tuned guys. So the first scene of the episode is Jon just laying dead again, having the time of his life, and gotta say, this blood spatter doesn't look coincidental to me. No, Dexter would agree, you know. It might be foreshadowing that Jon is one of the dragons. Remember the famous line from Rhaegar Targaryen? The dragon has 3 heads. And for the other 2 dragons, the most popular candidates are probably Tyrion and Daenerys. But we'll see about that. Melisandre also returns to the wall after her not so successful time with Stannis, with her faith shaken, beautifully portrayed by her feeling the cold for the first time. She has never been cold since the Lord of Light kept her warm. No? No, okay. Meanwhile, Alistair Thorne is trying to justify murdering Jon with completely irrelevant arguments in my opinion. He tries to convince the Night's Watch that even though Jon did what he thought was right by letting the wildlings through the gates, that would have brought the Night's Watch to an end, which of course would have never been true. Anyway, about half of the brothers seemed to agree and half didn't. It was nice seeing that there were still loyal members of the Night's Watch, and it was also nice seeing Ed going after the wildlings after Davos told him, "You're not the only ones who owe your lives to Jon Snow." Whoosh. Then we move to Winterfell, where we see Ramsay in the most loving, romantic way we will ever see him in the entire show. She was 11 the first time I saw her. I wasn't much older, but everyone else was certainly afraid of me. She wasn't. She was fearless. "Should I have a grave dug for her, my lord?" "This is good meat, feed her to the hounds." After that, Roose Bolton tells Ramsay that they need Sansa Stark to have all of the North's support, otherwise they wouldn't stand a chance against the Lannisters. So on top of that, there is more pressure on Ramsay because he needs Sansa to produce an heir, otherwise he won't be able to be a lord, especially if Fat Walder Frey is carrying a boy. Then we have Theon and Sansa running from the Bolton's men. Now there was a question running around if Theon should be forgiven for the things he's done, and I really believe he should. I certainly feel for him now, because the first thing that comes to my mind when forgiving anyone is that person genuinely changed? Because if that person is changed, I can trust them and they would deserve another chance. And Theon is so obviously changed. I mean, he's certainly redeeming himself, and I don't see why he can't have another chance to do good, since he obviously will do good. Anyway, right when the Bolton's men catch up to Sansa and Theon, the Brienne comes to the rescue with the ever so loyal Podrick. We also get to see Theon kill a dude, so even if he has no willy, at least he's got balls. No? Too soon? Okay, so Brienne offers her service to Sansa and she finally accepts. Let's just hope Brienne's reputation for her services won't continue. Renly, Caitlyn. Whoosh! Now, back at King's Landing, oh boy. The Cercei prophecy seems to be taking shape now that Myrcella also died. If you didn't know this, back in season 5 we see Cercei as a girl visiting Maggie the Frog, who tells Cercei that she will outlive all of her 3 children and she will die by the hands of the Valonqar, which means little brother in High Valyrian. So far Cercei did have 3 children, 2 of them died, and now it remains to be seen if the prophecy will be fulfilled. Both of her brothers are younger than her, so if she's going to die by the hands of one of them, who do you think will do the job? A lot of people think Jaime, but it's hard for me to see him do that, given that he loves her and given that he promises her that everything they've taken from us we're going to take back and more, so he's ready to get revenge alongside Cercei. But you never know with Game of Thrones. Whoosh! Meanwhile at Dorne, dead, and dead. There was a lot of confusion on where did this death happen, since Trystane was painting Myrcella dead stones. I think it happened at King's Landing in the docked boat, and the Sand Snakes just took a ship after Jaime left with Myrcella and Trystane. Now, the fact that the Sand Snakes turned against Doran is not that surprising, but it is surprising how easily they went down, especially Arya, since he's such a badass. Well, was. Whoosh. In Meereen, the lovely combo Tyrion and Varys don't disappoint and provide the funny scenes they always do. And they try to think of a solution to fix Meereen. They won't be able to live for a while. The most dangerous enemy are the harpies, but now the red priests also seem to incite people to riot. Whooshu! Yeah. Daario and Jorah are looking for Daenerys, and we hear Daario say that he would want to grow old to see how the world will look like after Daenerys is done conquering it. And then we hear Jorah say that he wants that too, before taking a long look at his grayscale, which isn't getting any better. What do you think, guys? Will Jorah live to the end of the series? I would like to hear your theories on that. They figure out that the Dothraki have Daenerys, and they go after her. And of course after that we see the Dothraki being all romantic and charming. Oh, yeah. After the new Khal hears that she was the wife of Khal Drogo, he tells her she needs to go to the Dosh Khalin, the temple of the dead Khal's widows, so it's not looking too good for Daenerys right now. But she always finds a way out of danger. Whooshu! Then we see Arya getting bullied again, man, and still blind, but also this beautiful shot with the Titan of Davos in the background. That's not the first time it happened. It might be foreshadowing a very important future for Arya. Let's just hope so, because we all love Arya. The last whooshu of the day, back at Castle Black, Alistair tries to convince Davos to leave and he'll be a free man, not at all planning to kill all of them inside with Jon. And Davos, well, all he wants is a bit of motton. Somebody just give the nice man some motton. And finally, we see the true sexy Melisandre. Let the lewd dreams begin. Okay, we find out that the necklace Melisandre almost always wears is used for glamour. I don't really know what to make of that scene, but probably it shows us how much her fate was shaken after what happened to Stannis, and so she takes off her necklace and she faces the ugly truth. So congratulations guys, if you made it all the woohoos of the day. If you guys want to see more recaps, reviews, theories and what have you, subscribe so you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. And I also have a question for all of you guys. What do you think about Melisandre? How do you see her? Is she a villain or not? George R.R. Martin said she's one of the most misunderstood characters in the series, so I'd love to hear your opinion on her. So guys, we'll see each other in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay bold, and stay awesome. Bye bye!